Well, hello, this is Juan Curiel, and joining us today in our live podcast, I told you that we would have our champions and people that will be competing for the American Boxing Organization. Today we have Juan Vasquez Jr. as he headlines today in the main event. He'll be fighting Julio Sanchez for the vacant North American Championship, and that's this title over here. We'll be fighting for this title. Yes, sir. We are very excited about the fight coming up. As most of you know, the last one could have gone either way. And without any further ado, I'd like to present Juan Velazquez Jr.
Yes, sir. How's everyone doing? My name is Juan Vasquez Jr. I'm currently 7-1. This is the rematch. I'm excited. I've been training hard, and I can't wait to step in that ring and show my talent.
Yeah, he's one of these fighters that's just very elusive and very creative in the ring. We had our podcast last time, and did you have time to think about a lot of the things that we talked about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thought about a lot of things, but right now my main focus is the fight, and I want that beautiful belt.
And you know what? I think he's already claimed it, and he's got that out in the universe, and I believe that he's going to make it happen. So if you're just tuning in, I want you guys to click down to the link below. Please share, like, and subscribe. Where can people find you, Juan?
Y'all make sure to go follow me on Instagram at Juan Vasquez Jr. We're almost at 100,000 followers, so y'all make sure to go follow there and stay tuned on all my upcoming fights.
Okay, well, there you have it. So please join us, and tomorrow the fights begin at 6 or 7?
Fight start at 7 p.m. I'm the main event, so we're probably going to start like at 9-ish.
Yeah.
Keep everyone posted.
And do you have any more tickets available if you need to?
Oh, yeah, yes. Y'all make sure to click the link in my bio to get y'all tickets. It's going to be a packed event. It might be sold out, so y'all make sure to get them now before it's too late. Link in my bio.
Yeah. So go into Instagram.
On my Instagram and click the link in my bio.
Yeah, there you go. Go in that bio and purchase those tickets to support the champ. That's what he's here for. So I want to wish you good luck.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be talking soon. Thank you. Good luck. I have Sean McCollum here. He's going to be fighting for the American Regional Championship, which is this one right here. This is the championship that he will be fighting for. What do you think?
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where can people find you on social media? Where can people where can they find you?
They can find me on
Instagram
at theamazing.sm, theamazing.sm, on Twitter at SeanM5280, SeanM5280, The Amazing Sean McCalman on Facebook. Yeah, I'm all over.
And if people want to buy tickets from you so that, you can, because you want to make money, you're a prize fighter, where can they buy tickets from you?
If you go into the link on my Instagram bio, we have tickets available. Definitely support me. A percentage of each ticket will be going towards me. So if you support me and you like what I do, you like what I see, like what you see in the ring from me, please go and purchase tickets from the bio or the link in my Instagram bio.
So, this is what we do in the American Boxing Organization. We're a fighters organization. Did you expect this?
I did not. I didn't know what to expect, really.
Okay, so, are you happy?
I definitely am. I'm satisfied.
Okay, so all you got to do is you got to iron this, put this on your trunks, put a towel, iron it, and then later on you can get it, but it'll stick on there.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about your career. How did it start?
I started after I left college. I was playing college football. I always had an interest in combat sports and wanted to pursue a career in it, but just wasn't sure where to start. So I finally just made the decision one day to just go after it and leave college, and left everything behind to start my career. And here we are, undefeated, fighting for titles. I just won the ABF title, American Boxing Federation title, in my last one. And here we are today, getting ready to fight for an ABL title. So I think things are going pretty smoothly.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm very happy about that. And at the end of the day, I'm just glad that you are given an opportunity to fight for one of the championships. And I'm very excited about that. let me ask you, what do you have planned for your next, for your future? What do you have planned for your future?
In the future, I just like to continue on the path I'm on now, taking the right fights and being smart about the moves we make in our career, and eventually find ourselves in the tough fights and the big fights and the TV fights. You know, I think I'm well on my way, and I feel like I have a lot of support behind me on my journey. And yeah, I just want to keep doing the right thing, keep stepping it up level by level, keep winning, and just, yeah, like I said, if I'm eventually, you know, who knows, maybe you'll see Sean McCalman in the Hall of Fame.
There you have it. I think that those are awesome words, and I'm really glad that he does have a plan for life after boxing, because, you know, that's what the American Boxing Organization is all about. Well, I want to wish you, and I want to take a picture before you go. So,
Definitely.
You ready? And then we'll be posting it. Thank you very much, my
Thank
man.
you.
Good luck to you. Let me give you some water. Estamos con el gran Gilberto Zurdo Ramírez. Vino desde Sinaloa. ¿Eres de México,
Sí,
¿verdad?
de México, de Mazatlán, Sinaloa.
Ok, Mazatlán, Sinaloa, fíjese qué lindo es por allá. Pues, ¿qué te trajo por acá, a Estados Unidos?
Va a pelear a Scrappy, va a pelear Scrappy Ramírez, es uno de nuestros peleadores y amigo mío también, entonces vengo a apoyarlo.
Mire cómo está, eso que vino desde México para apoyar en este evento, y vimos tu pelea cuando peleaste con nuestro campeón, Alfonso López.
Sí.
Me quedé yo muy sorprendido, y pues, ¿cómo sentiste la pelea?
Pues fue una buena pelea, la gente aquí en Galveston estuvo muy contenta también por el resultado y por la pelea, que estuvo muy buena. Entonces, para mí, pues es un honor volver aquí a Galveston y con Alfonso López, que es el Tigre López, y pues somos amigos, ¿no? También.
No, pues me agrada que también vienes a apoyar el deporte y que vienes a apoyar a Alfonso, porque él realmente es una gran persona. Gracias a él también nosotros hemos crecido como organización, quiero que sepas, y estamos muy agradecidos con el Tigre Alfonso López. ¿Qué tienes planeado en tu futuro?
Pues en diciembre quiero pelear por el título del mundo contra Dimitri Bivol, es el campeón de la 135, entonces estoy esperando que diga que sí solamente.
Y otra de las cosas, cuando yo vi que tú peleaste, me di cuenta de que haces muchas cosas muy muy bonitas allá en el país de México. ¿Puedes hablar sobre tus organizaciones que has creado para los niños?
Claro que sí, pues
campeón.
tengo unas fundaciones que son exclusivamente para niños y mujeres golpeadas, entonces trato de ayudarlas con lo poco mucho que puedo, y pues estar ahí, dar alimentos, ropa, ya sea pues ir también en los ranchos, en cualquier parte me gusta estar ayudando y pues aportar un poquito de lo que puedo.
Fíjese, la nobleza de este gran campeón siempre busca la manera de humildemente tratar de ayudar. Yo soy ex policía y yo también hago lo mismo. Yo tengo un programa de boxeo allá en Round Lake, Illinois, y soy consejero. Entonces yo ayudo a varias personas también en esa área. Básicamente tenemos muchas cosas en común. Miren, apóyenlo. ¿Cómo la gente te puede buscar? ¿Cómo te puede apoyar? ¿Cómo pueden dar donaciones? ¿Qué es lo que podemos hacer para ayudarte?
Pues mira, pues más que nada, ahorita no estoy allá, pero cuando estoy allá, pues voy normalmente dar también pláticas con los jóvenes. Pues todavía no he sacado como caridad, porque solamente yo estoy aportando en eso, y yo creo que pues eventualmente lo voy a hacer más público para que la gente pueda también ayudarme ahí con todo.
Miren, yo les voy a decir algo. Yo normalmente soy muy bueno en conocer a la gente porque tengo ese don. Por favor, apoyen a este hombre porque es muy difícil. Él agarra de su bolsillo, que es lo único que hace ese boxeador, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Los boxeadores muchas veces batallan para estar donde están. Y para que un boxeador dé lo poco que pueda hacer y arriba de eso dar del corazón. Fíjense que eso para mí es muy grande. So, por favor, apóyenlo. Yo sí, también vamos a contribuir, vamos a apoyarte, porque
gracias.
nos gusta toda la nobleza que estás haciendo para el deporte.
Muchas gracias.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias y ¿y cómo en YouTube? ¿Estás en YouTube y
En las
Instagram?
redes sociales me pueden encontrar Zurdo Ramírez, Zurdo Ramírez Oficial en YouTube, en TikTok, en todas las plataformas Zurdo Ramírez.
Ok. Una de las cosas también, perdón, una de las cosas que la organización American Boxing Organization hace es educamos a los jóvenes que están boxeando que planeen para su futuro. ¿Tú ya has hecho algo para tu futuro? ¿Has invertido en bienes y raíces, en seguro de vida, en ese tipo de cosas para tu
Pues siempre
vejez?
Siempre he tenido pues eso, ¿no? De que no voy a estar en el boxeo y tengo bien de raíces, invierto también allá en mi tierra, en Mazatlán, invierto en stocks, market, también tengo seguro y es variado, ¿no? Lo que hago porque sé que no voy a estar toda la vida. Tengo mi gimnasio también en Los Ángeles, allá en Mazatlán. Y pues el gimnasio de Los Ángeles, ahí sí es abierto al público y es un gimnasio público. En Mazatlán es para niños también, a jóvenes.
So uno aporta
ahí,
al otro.
Sí, y ahí es totalmente gratis.
Eso es a lo que me refiero. México en sí es un país que realmente está lindísimo. Sinaloa, Mazatlán, para mí, en mi corazón, es lo máximo. Un gran estado, gran personas, gran deportista y bien humilde. Es lo que me gusta mucho de este campeón. Pues ahí los dejo y me agrada mucho que tienes algo planeado por el futuro. Y muchas gracias por darnos la oportunidad de que tu boxeador pelee por nuestro título.
No, gracias.
Saludos y
Saludos
gracias.
a todos.
Gracias, campeón. I'm here with Scrappy Ramirez that flew in from
Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles,
Straight out the
California.
inner city.
Yeah, there you go. So he's out here, enjoying and going to be fighting for that championship. He's going to be fighting for the North American title. It's an 8-round fight, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the championship belt that he'll be fighting for.
It's already mine.
Yeah, he's already claiming it, right? He's putting it out there in the universe. So tell us a little bit about your career, and you got to talk into the mic.
Well, I'm currently 5-0. I've been pro since this past December. Most active fighter in the nation. Fought 4 times in 6 weeks. Yeah, I'm 5-0, 4 knockouts, and here I am, about to be 6-0 and about to get my first belt. So
Look at that.
I'm truly blessed. I can't complain. I've been working hard for this. I've envisioned everything that's happening, so I'm not surprised. But I'm never satisfied. Always pushing for more.
See, that's what I like. You dream it, you believe it, you become it, and you keep just moving forward with it. And at the end of the day, you're just out here trying to, envision something that's going to be right for you. So, can you tell me a little bit about? See, our organization is made up of like former world champions and Hall of Famers like Leroy Murphy, Montel Griffin, Alan Santana. We have Alicio Castañeda that was part of the team here. He's on the board. And we always talk about life after boxing.
Right.
Have you thought about life after boxing?
Nah, I don't think too much ahead. My main focus is now. At the end of the day, the only time you got, it's right now, not tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. So, my main focus is making sure that I take advantage of now, and ultimately, if I take advantage of now, the future should look good. So that's how I like to move.
Well, that's a lot of the young fighters often talk about those things, and I would just encourage you that when you get a chance, just look into something like a trade. Just have a plan B.
I hear you.
So that's all I'm saying. And listen, Scrappy, I want to thank you. Where can people find you? Where can people, if they want to buy tickets to support you, where do they go? Who do they go, or how can they follow you?
You could either go on Instagram at Scrappy Boxing, or you could go go on innercitylegend.com and you can find tickets for the fight. Don't miss out. Get your popcorn ready because I will put on a show and it's gonna be fun.
Well, come out here, you guys, and support El Tigre event tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's going to be caliente.
El Tigre promotion. They put one of the best shows I've been part of, so it's always a pleasure to fight in their card. It's my second or third show, I think, but I love it. So they treat me good. The food is good. The people love you. It's a good atmosphere. Pull up.
There you go. That's right. Well, listen, come on, support my man tomorrow, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Here's the water for later. And I'm here with Carlos Nava. We're doing this live YouTube thing. And Carlos, tell us a little bit about your career. Where can people find you? Tell us where you're going. Who are you fighting tonight? How can people follow you? Where can people look for you?
You can look for me on Instagram or Facebook. My ad is He Dreams Boxing with 2 X's. I'm currently 2-0 from Pasadena, Texas, 23 years old. I have a big amateur background, 90 fights plus, a lot of national medals, like junior gold medalists. So I just came to the game, but I've been in this for a while. My opponent tonight is from Dallas, Deshaun Parson, something like that. And I'm dropping to 135. I want to take the title at 135.
That's what you want?
Yes,
okay, cool. Oh, hey, listen, well, we're always excited about to have guys to fight for those regional championships. As you know, we have the North American Championship, which is this one right here. This is an 8-10 round title. And the regional championship is this one. This is the American Regional Championship. So we're very excited about the amount of support that we're getting from everybody. And did you know about the American Boxing Organization?
I didn't know about it until my first fight here. It was last June. I seen it and I wanted it. So that's what I'm going for.
Did you expect this from us today?
Really didn't expect this.
Yeah. We're a boxers organization, and we want to really promote the best of the best in Houston, Texas. There's a lot of great talent here, and when you and I engaged, I wanted to meet you, and I'm going to go back to Chicago and talk to my board and say, hey, let's give this young man an opportunity because he's an exciting fighter, and you're very well respected and very well liked here. So we're very much looking forward into seeing you perform tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Where can people buy tickets to support you?
I have my link on Instagram and I have it on Facebook. Just click on my page, Carlos Nava or He Dreams Boxing, and just hit me up and I'll send you the link.
All right, well there you have it. Please support this young man. He's going to be coming up and he's doing great things in the sport of boxing. And I want to thank you guys for supporting the American Boxing Organization. We are the American title of the Americas. Thank you. We will mention those sponsors. You know what? We can do better than that. We're going to talk to Joe for a second. There's Joe. We're definitely going to do that because I believe in that.
But Joe is our big sponsor.
Well,
I'm the manager.
Well, then you come and talk. Come on. All right, we're good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, my man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's up, man? George.
Hey, what's up, George? How are you, buddy? Here, let me do this here.
Yeah.
Safety, brother.
Yeah,
We're always about safety.
let's definitely get the sponsor.
All right, well, listen, we're here because we're a boxers organization, right? And even though we're not getting anything from this, I want to support it because I know that down the road they're going to want to do business with the American Boxing Organization, and I hope that you guys like what we do. We're here to support the fighters, and we're here now. Where can people find you guys? What do you guys do? Talk to us.
Well, I'm a manager for Carlos Nava and Ivan Vasquez that are both fighting this weekend, and I've been helping them, since Carlos was pro debut, and then I got involved with Ivan when he was around, I guess, 3-0, and basically formed a little management company. But I got involved with kind of like you guys. We're not here to get rich doing this. This is a very, very expensive sport. And my background is real estate. I own a real estate company, and and I started boxing and really kind of fell in love with the sport at their gym. And I was basically the only white guy in the whole gym, so it was, they really took me in. And but I saw that, how expensive the sport was, so I started giving a little money to these guys, kind of helping them out. And then as I started learning about the sport more, I applied and got my manager's license with the state of Texas. And so that way I could start coming and come to the weigh-ins and go backstage and be them. And and then I started going out and raising more money for the guys from other, friends that are in business, other companies, and trying to bring in sponsors. But Carlos Nava had such a good showing in his first 2 fights that one of the big last show that we were in Galveston, guy that was watching him, Joe Graham, came up to me after the fight, and Joe's extremely successful, has a company called Benson Commodities, commodity trading company. And Joe said, hey, I want to get on board and help sponsor Carlos long term. And between myself and Joe putting in significant amount of money, so we could basically, we know how much it costs to get from 1-0 to 10-0. And so we've kind of set out a budget, and which, you almost have to budget on the low end $2,500 up to $5,000 per fight, and so we're investing enough money to do marketing, build up the profile, because we believe in Carlos. Everyone feels like he's a prospect and might be able to be a champion.
He is a prospect.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can tell you that right now. He's definitely a prospect.
Yeah, but the thing about him is when he looks at me or you in the eye and says, I want to be a champion, I believe it. I can just tell by his confidence in his voice. And, someone investing their hard-earned money.
I can tell you, I see it in the ring.
Yeah, thank you. I think so too.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. We're not in this we know that the money we put in, and someday he may outgrow us and one of these big management companies come along, but we don't take any money from them. We don't, they make so little as it is that, but I'm here to, like I said, I want to help see 2 boxers really grow and do something good for the sport. We need more people to get involved financially if we want to keep the sport going and, have good, sanctioning fights that down here. But I don't know. I think boxing is on the comeback now, and MMA's been so big for so long. I really want to see boxing, make a resurgence and come back, and without all of us getting involved and helping it make it happen, makes it.
So how can we play it forward, and how can people find you guys for investments or real estate? So that in this business, it's the American Boxing Organization. We're about building relationships, long-lasting relationships, and I want to establish a relationship with this man, and I want a relationship like I have with El Tigre and other promoters like Joe DeGuardia and other promoters from abroad. Where can people find you if they want a house or if they want to invest? Talk to us about that.
My name is George Huntoon, and my nickname or brand name is Local George. Local meaning I'm from here. And because these days no one's from here anymore. So basically, if you go to localgeorge.com, that's my website, or you can just Google my name, George Huntoon. And my phone number is 713-870-9747. I would say look me up or give me a call, reach out to me, even on Facebook, just my name, George Huntoon. And I would love to talk to people about getting involved, whether it's $200, $300, $1,000, or thousands. But the idea is you can get behind a fighter. And the way I kind of go out to my business friends and tell them, I say, hey, look, guys, I got this great fighter. Have you ever been to a fight? I get them to come to one of these fights, and they have a blast. A lot of people have never actually been to a fight. To go to a Vegas fight, one of the big ones, that's very expensive, and some people have. But so I'll get these guys to come out and see a fight, and they're like, man, this is really cool. And actually, if someone's listening to this and in the business world, these things are great to invite clients to. Buy a table for $800 or $1,000, invite 6, 7 of your best clients.
And it's a write-off.
It's a write-off, of course.
And it's a write-off.
And it's different than anything you've done. You don't typically, you have Texans game, those things, and those are very expensive. But and these fights are all over town. But you invite your clients to come to these fights. They think, and that's what happened this last fight. These guys came to the fight. These businessmen, Joe Graham, extremely successful, and they saw it. But the way I basically tell guys is I say, hey, look, this is like buying into a racehorse. Okay, racehorse is incredibly expensive. You almost never get your money. You're doing it for the fun of it. And I say, look, we're all going to buy in to this fighter, okay? And we're going to go long term, and we may never see a penny in this back, but what we're going to do is have a good time while we're doing it. It's going to be all of us together. We're all part of the same team, all using our strengths and connections to help build this guy up because, and it's like a horse race. You go to the different races, you might win some, you take some pictures with your racehorse, and if after several races, we might be doing good, we go to maybe one of the big name races, and maybe, just maybe, we get to go to the Kentucky Derby. Now, maybe we're not the Kentucky Derby race. Maybe we're race number 3 on the card, which is still an honor to be there. But then
a journey.
But then who knows? Maybe you do break out and get to a top level race. So with the boxers, for me, I say, look, after we get these guys to 10-0, 11, 12-0, there's a really good chance we can get a Vegas fight eventually. And that way, and of course everyone's eyes light up, and that would be awesome. We all go to Vegas with our fighter, get to be part of the entourage, the
That's
walkout.
right. Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And so, again, it's about having fun while we're doing this. And, myself, we've all been blessed in the business world that, hey, look, let's help, these guys and make them successful and really do a good thing. And then, of course, companies that want to, as we build up our fighters, bigger and bigger, and they are getting more notoriety, then bigger sponsors, commercial will come along, and then same with our businesses too. We can use that as marketing. With some, but businesses that are out there. I mean, it's a write-off. Go ahead and put in $250, $500.
Even the losses are write-offs.
Even the losses are write-off. And and like I said, partnering with ABO too. I mean, these are these are really great fights, but we can really do a lot for people to expand their brand. But that's really kind of I really encourage people to think about it. Come check out a fight. Give me a call. I can kind of talk to people and get you involved. But there's nothing better than becoming part of a team and carrying them through and seeing someone. It's like a bad drug. You can never get out of the boxing world. Once you see a fight and you're part of a winning team, oh man, you're hooked.
Yeah.
You're hooked.
Well, I want to say thank you, my man.
Yeah, thank you.
Check us out. Here's my business card. Find me. Subscribe, like, and share.
Excellent.
All right, my man?
Excellent. Thank you
you
so
very
much, man.
Thank
awesome.
you.
See
Thank
you
you.
again.
I have our face of the American Boxing Organization, the man, the legend, Alfonso El Tigre Lopez. Alfonso, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for inviting us to your awesome event. So tell us about the card. Tell us about everything you got going on. Talk to me.
Well,
Here, talk into the mic.
We never disappoint. It's always a high-packed show. We always appreciate. We got a bunch of ABO fights.
Yep.
How about that? You guys, right? I got the first shot at being an ABO champion, and as we've been raising these fighters and getting them ready, they want to fight for these titles. They want to fight for the ABO title. They want to be champions. They want to keep taking steps up to, challenge themselves. And then this is where it starts. And we have, I think what it would say, we're doing
15 American regional champions.
Yeah, and so in our card today, tomorrow night we have 11 solid fights and 4 title fights. The fans are getting high quality boxing here.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that he said that, because I'm going to tell everybody how it all happened. I started the organization a while ago. We've had a relationship for over 5-6 years now.
Oh, yeah.
And I reached out to him, and he's like, you know what? When I put on my first show, I will call you. I'm going to tell you something. Alfonso is a man of his word. He called me. He fought for the ABO Intercontinental Jaguar Championship,
Yeah.
and did his thing. I'm going to tell you, and then after that, we just started to build a relationship, and I think thanks to you, thanks to Joe DeGuardia, thanks to Warriors Boxing, and all the other small promoters that have helped us, that have done what you guys are doing, is really amazing. Can you tell us about what can sponsors do to this industry? Because I was just talking to one of your sponsors,
Yep.
and he was talking about the difficulties and the expense that goes into it.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about just like what can those dollars do, and why would they give you money?
Yeah, well, I mean, the main thing that any sponsor obviously looks for, I mean, and we're all in business, is they want the opportunity to get their name out there, and boxing is one of these. It's a sport, it's an entertainment, but and the same fact, I mean, you have real fighters fighting each other and putting their lives on the line, and so it creates so much more fun. But for a company who's branding out or marketing, it's fun to support a fighter. But what these companies get is they get a tremendous reach, because all of us with social media, every fighter's has their own pages. I mean, the people that you get to that's not in your market and just outside of your market it becomes such a better opportunity for people to meet you or see your brand. So that's what for the main thing for sponsors, I think, is they like the recognition of people getting eyes on their company. And so, but for the fighters on the flip side, when they get these sponsors, it really makes, what people don't understand is how much time and money goes into training. I mean, you're traveling, you're buying equipment, you're paying sometimes for sparring partners. And so when these fighters go out and they're hustling for their own sponsors, not only for like big events, be a sponsor for the event, but sponsor a fighter, because they need those they need those dollars to help themselves get to the next level, get to big fights and get to the next level. And so we're lucky enough at El Tigre Promotions to have amazing sponsors. They're out there always. They enjoy the show. They bring the businesses out. They bring it's a night out for the company. Employees come out, they have a good time, and we make it a party. We have good fights, but at the same time, you have a high quality show from top to bottom. And so for companies who are really thinking about sponsoring, whether a fighter or promotional event, I mean, it's really endless in just the people you'll reach, and then you just have a good time at a good show.
So to recap it, whenever you do sponsorship with any promoter, but right now I'm talking about El Tigre because we're here, those dollars are utilized to really expand the market and really help you, the companies, reach another market. And after talking to another CEO of another company, that's really why they do it, and they come out here and they have fun. I mean, everybody has a blast. Everybody has a blast.
It's about having a good time and having fun, and you can take your employees out. It could be a business trip out, but it's also, like we said, it's you're throwing dollars and you're changing fighters' lives. You know what I mean? You're putting on, and you're going into an event that's exciting top to bottom. For just entertainment purposes. And then, like you said, it's reaching people. It's all about those fans. It's all about all those kids or adults, whatever you're trying to reach. That's what sponsoring events or fighters really does for everybody.
I really encourage all you potential sponsors out there to hit up Alfonso's team. Who can they call? Who can they? I mean, how, if I'm a sponsor, a company, how do I reach you, or what do I do?
Man, I think the easiest way, honestly, is emails. Because we all have, we don't have an office where we have a business line, so we really push our emails to be just send us an email, and so we can get right back to you as quickly as possible. But Alfonso.Lopez at El Tigre Promotions, Chris.Stalder at El Tigre Promotions. And Felix.Ramirez at El Tigre Promotions. Very simple. It's just our names, and then you just reach out, but we're always, we're a phone call away once we kind of get the ball rolling through an email.
So what I would do is I would get of either Felix Ramirez at
El Tigre Promotions.
at El Tigre Promotions. Reach out to them,
Yeah.
and you'll be really, really amazed with what they do. I mean, look what we've been able to do thanks to those dollars that funnel back, and because they want to put on a great event, and everybody here is really super happy. So
Yeah.
please support Alfonso El Tigre Boxing Promotions.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we have some great championship fights, and those are the things that we're talking about. One last thing, we always talk about life after boxing.
Oh yeah.
And we always talk about an exit plan when you're retired. Can you tell us a little bit about what your thoughts are about what we have with the life insurance
No.
and at least the financial tool? Can you tell us a little bit
No,
about that?
absolutely. I mean, I thought it was a great, a great, investment in yourselves, not only from the ABO organization. When you have somebody who's understands the struggles fighters go throughout their career, and then what happens, when their careers are done. You know what I mean? Everybody just kind of turns. Usually, the standard was they was like, oh, he's done. They turn their back, and no one was really out there trying to protect these fighters anymore. It's like, I mean, where was that? There should be a commission of not letting Evander Holyfield fight anymore. I mean, something like that. I know that was a sad thing to watch, but with the life insurance, it's something positive. When you support an organization that's going to give back to fighters who are champions or former champions, because I mean, you can only box for so long. It's at some point it's father time as it gets on you. You know what I mean? And so you have to have some kind of backup plan. But the key thing is for young fighters is just to pay attention and understand those things. Take care of your health, as you're coming through. But find a company, find an organization who brings these things up, because nobody does. No one talks about it. No one.
We're the only ones talking about it,
no one
right?
talks about
Everybody
it.
likes to point fingers,
Yeah.
but nobody wants to take responsibility for things. We're saying, okay, we're here.
Yeah.
Now you got to make the next step.
That's right.
Am I right?
That's right. Absolutely.
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of times people talk about it, but we're here. I mean, I got the forms in my beliefs right there.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Get with the program.
Yeah.
Let's not take responsibility. So
Absolutely.
I want you guys to join us for our next podcast next week. Thank you very much, Alfonso. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks so
Let
much.
me take a picture. We're here with Mr. Jeremiah Gallegos. He is an inspiring person. He is basically gone from here to way out here, and he's just reached the masses. We've worked, actually. We kind of started out together, and to me, it's such an honor to see this guy just go from ground zero to be his own hero, and he's right here. To me, he is inspiring. We're good friends, and with no further ado, here's Mr. Jeremiah Gallegos.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mr. Coriel. It's an honor to be here, and like you said, we started. It's good. 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
5 years ago already,
Yeah.
man. And time flies by. But just like you say, just being an inspiration. As I always said, iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? And that's how you grow. Just to be in the position I'm in now, it's a blessing, and to have that support. Support from you, support from the boxing community, my family, my girlfriend, a lot of people. It's an honor and blessing. But I look at you, and I see your expansion of your brand and how much it's grown. And for me, that's inspiring. It's
Thank
so
you.
awesome, because you put your effort, you put your all in everything to make this happen. And seeing these, it's kind of strange and funny, because I browse the internet, and I see these boxing articles, and I see the ABO titles being shown. I was like, that's your work. You know what I mean? That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, a lot of that, came really because we were talking about before this about manifesting, right? And always putting that out in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked you to join me today because it's special. You inspire a lot of people, man. And I remember when I heard your voice, I'm like, man, this guy's special.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you.
I said to my president, Francisco, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Because your voice carries, man.
Thank you.
And I was thinking, I'd love to call him the voice because your voice is really like special, unique. You bring it to the industry, and I so much appreciate that. So I'd like to maybe talk about like if somebody inspires to be, because nobody, did you ever foresee yourself? I mean, you probably did. I know I did. With De La Hoya, Golden Boy, DAZN, El Tigre. Did you ever think that was going to happen? How did that happen?
So a buddy of mine, Jesse Morales, I was already in the game announcing basketball, football, college basketball, and my buddy Jesse was like, hey, I'm going to open up this gym, but I want you to try out some ring announcing. I think you have a great voice. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And so my first gig was at Fighter Nation. Termite Watkins, legendary Termite Watkins, Olympic coach. He had a show going on. So we went to the gym, and they gave me the microphone. I had no idea what I was doing. I was so clueless. And they just say, just announce the winner. I announced the wrong winner the very first fight. Ruined that moment. But, you know, it started that way, and I was like, okay, I kind of like this, you know. I didn't know anything about wearing tuxedos. I didn't know anything about wearing suits because, you know, that wasn't my thing. So, you know, it all evolved. I kept doing more shows, getting more opportunities, and eventually Paco, a.k.a. Francisco, reached out to me asking me if I can do his Aztlan Promotions gig. And I did that gig, and it was pretty cool. It was pro boxing. And ever since then, people just started coming up to me, hey, can you do my show? Are you interested? I was like, all right, this is getting big because I got to do my research now. You know, I know boxing. I understand boxing. But in the game of boxing, as a ring announcer, there's a lot of things you got to do before entering that ring. You got to know how to read the scorecards. You got to know how to pronounce the names of these fighters. There's a lot of lingo when it comes to boxing. So that Aztlan promotion show, I also screwed up the scorecards. And it was a championship fight. I was so embarrassed, but it is what it is. But like I said, you know, I just went ahead and started doing more shows. And, you know, I thank Paco for always giving me that. That was the very first pro show that I've ever done. And everything just lifted off from there. And, you know, like I said, to all the inspiring ring announcers out there, if they want to do that, there's work to it. It's not just going up there with a microphone and announcing fighters. No. You got to know the game. You got to understand the game. You got to understand that, you know, the promoter wants you to do it all correctly. If not, you know, you don't have to have a huge announcer's voice. You know, I'm using my speaking voice right now. So this, you know, Michael Buffer has a speaking voice. It's not his actual, you know, voice that he walks around with. But you know, but this is what I've been doing all my life. You know, so. But yeah, you know, any way I can inspire ring announcers, especially on Instagram, they always reach out to me. Hey, how can I get in the game? How can I get in the business? And I just tell them that work some amateur shows, get your experience under your belt, learn the game, and take it from there. So, and you know, I meet a lot of wonderful people along the way. Met you along the way, and it's been
thank you.
It's been inspiring, and you've inspired me. You push me, you support me, and you not only do that for me, you do it for the boxing community, not just locally, but around the world.
Yeah.
And you know, that takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and it's the passion. That's number one, right?
Yeah, it's the passion, the conviction. You know, I always tell my kids, just do what you need to do, stay focused, and do your thing. You know, I don't like to interfere with their studies because I know they're developing, and I know that they're building. And you know, my sons are very successful. I got my son here today. He's helping me with the production of this ABO because he wants to see his pops grow. But I also want to talk about something that you and I both suffer from.
Yeah.
And And the reason why I bring that up, you guys, is because it's never really talked about, and it's like a curse. But, you know, education and wellness, and maybe we're putting that little seed out there.
Yeah.
Because it's really important to understand that if you have something, you look beyond it, keep working. So I suffer from Bell's palsy, and for me, it was very hard. It was very traumatic at first. I know we were eating breakfast, and my kids were like freaking out, probably like my whole face just went like this.
Yeah.
And just overnight, and I remember I was embarrassed, I was mad, I was angry, but then something unique happened. The love of my children, my wife, were very supportive.
Yeah.
And I got depressed, and it really bothered me. But then I went to the hospital, I got my treatment, they injected me with steroids, I started chewing a lot of gum.
Yeah.
And that has helped me. And also, I started to relax and designate a lot of my other responsibilities with the ABO to other people. So that's what happened to me. How did you learn about your Bell's palsy, and how did you cope with it? And what are you doing to move forward?
April 22nd, I was getting up, brushing my teeth, and then I noticed my face was droopy. And I initially thought, as every Bell's palsy first-timer will know, we think it's a stroke.
A stroke is what I thought.
And, you know, all the toothpaste was all coming out of one side of my mouth, and I noticed I couldn't move my face. So went straight to the ER, and I told them, I'm not sure if I'm having a stroke or I don't know what's going on. So they did all these tests, and I asked them what it was. They said, you have Bell's palsy, and I didn't know exactly what Bell's palsy was, and they just said it's temporary facial paralysis. However, they say temporary. It's not always temporary for some people.
That's
it can
right.
stay like that forever.
Forever.
And, you know, and as, you know, we're in the public eye, you know, in the boxing community, and as, you know, me talking behind the microphone, I think to myself, am I going to stay like this forever? You know, I did everything I could to make sure that I regained my facial function, and, you know, took steroids, other medications, antibiotics, or whatever it was that they gave me, and did the massages on my face. And because I told myself, I'm going to at least get sort of back to normal. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not totally back to normal. I still have issues with my eye, and my speech is slightly slurred sometimes.
Yeah, that happens to me often.
So, and it's unfortunate because doctors still don't know what the reason is behind that triggers Bell palsy. I mean, there's all kinds of you know, ideas. It could be this, it could be that. Nobody knows. But, you know, this is a great platform for us to, you know, bring it out to the world and let them know that there should be more research about Bell's palsy. You know, what's his name? Jim Ross, WWE, former WWE, well, now Hall of Famer. He had Bell's palsy not once, not twice, but 3 times. And he called me and he just told me to keep my head up. It's not a death sentence. You'll regain your facial strength. It may not be the same, but continue what you're doing, because you're there to inspire now. That's your job, to inspire others. No matter what you look like, if you have a passion for something, keep going forward. Keep making it happen. Prove to others that, you know, this roadblock or road bump along the way is not going to stop you. So, you know, and I tell a lot of folks on Instagram, they reach out to me about that, you know, about Bell's palsy. How do you relieve it? How does it go away? And I just told them, just keep doing massages, you know. So, you know, for me, I just do my prayers every day, because I have anxiety that in the back of my mind, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Sometimes when I get tired, my face gets a little droopy. And I'm like, oh, here's another episode of Bell's palsy. But, you know, I just got to stay stress-free. That's number one. So.
Yeah, and I think that's the key. I think for people, I think we have to at some point manage and learn to have a level system so
Right.
that everything is manageable. Like me, I've designated tasks for Paco, Francisco that he has to do.
Yeah.
Vince Hudson does other things that they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
In order for all of this to work, all the moving parts have to work together.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you being by yourself, I mean, I so much appreciate that you did not let this get to you.
Right.
And that's why I asked you to join me, because you are an inspiration.
Thank you.
And people
Likewise.
do respect you, and people do follow you. And that's, to me, that's really what it's all about, you know? And I just wanted to make that awareness, because maybe us together, we can do something
Yeah.
for Bell's palsy
Absolutely.
globally, and then maybe help others that don't know how to, you know, maybe they're too embarrassed.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
nothing to be embarrassed about. I'm not embarrassed.
Yeah.
All I know is that I have a great structure. If something does happen to me, and I have people that pop up and will do what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's me. So,
Right. I'm very lucky to have my girlfriend. She's actually putting in information right now, so she likes to travel with me, and she's been a huge help, and I'm very thankful for her. Like you said, you got to stay stress free and you know, remain positive. If it happens again, you know, it's I'm just gonna do whatever I have to do. You know what I did before: massage, treatment, and you know, get back to business. Let me ask you, how long did it take for you to regain your?
it took me literally 7 days.
7 days. Wow.
7 days.
That's really good.
I slurred a lot. I still slur every now and then. I feel it. I feel a
Yeah.
little tingle back here.
Yeah. Right.
And then I just say to the man upstairs, if this is your will and if this is what
Yeah.
you want, so be it.
Yeah.
This is what you want from me. But I know I have a lot of work yet
Yeah.
to do. And if you give me this chance and if you give me this opportunity, I won't let you down.
Right.
And that's all I'm doing, you know. And he's blessed me with El Tigre. He's blessed me with Joe DeGuardia. He's blessed me with Pepe. And more promoters to come, Troy Eskridge. So, yeah. So I just wanted to thank you for always being a good friend of the
Thank you.
industry, a good
Likewise.
friend of mine, and having a sit down with me.
Absolutely. And I will say this: if you do get Bell's palsy, just you got to stay patient. Stay patient, and whatever you do, whoever you pray to, manifest good, positive thoughts, because I promise it will happen. It will. You'll be back to normal, and 7 days for you. That's great. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Well, listen,
Wow.
I have a great wife.
Yeah.
I have great kids. And listen, for me, I know they're always watching.
Yeah.
I cannot fall.
Right.
I will not fall.
Yeah, that's it.
And
That's
if
the
I do
mentality.
fall, I'll find a way to get back up, because I know
Yeah.
they're watching.
Yeah.
So for me, they're my inspiration. They're my everything.
Yeah.
So, my man, thank you so much for everything.
sir. Appreciate
And
you.
thank you everybody for tuning in. And please, 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 how can people follow you on social media?
So I'm on Instagram, Jeremiah the Announcer. Also on Twitter, Jeremiah the Announcer. But I don't get on Twitter often. But look me up on Instagram. Got all the content. We'll see plenty of ABO content on there as well. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
I have the champ, Julio Sanchez. He is the ABO regional champion, and we have him here today. So we want to do this in Spanish. Let's reach the masses, man. ¿Cómo le podemos hacer para que nuestra gente te siga y la gente de Salvador? Eres de Salvador, right?
Sí.
A ver, platícanos un poquito de eso.
Pues yo soy nacido aquí, aquí en Houston, Texas. Mi mamá y mi papá son del Salvador, La Unión. Por la gracia de mi papá, yo soy boxeador. Me puso de cuando estaba chiquito, 8 años. Y estaba boxeando desde los 8 años hasta los 12 y dejé de pelear por un buen rato porque cerraron el gym y dejé el boxeo por un rato, pero le seguí después ya cuando ya más grande.
El campeón Julio tiene una historia muy, muy interesante, y lo que me gusta de él es de que él es una persona de muy pocas palabras, y honestamente jamás he yo conocido un boxeador como Julio. Y la razón por la que yo lo quiero hacer esta entrevista en español es por lo que él trae al deporte. Él tuvo una vida muy difícil, pero la cambió. ¿Puedes hablar un poquito de eso?
Sí, andaba cuando dejé el boxeo, que dejé de boxear cuando estaba chiquito, muchas cosas cambiaron. Me comencé a juntar con gente que vivía donde yo vivía en el barrio. Me puse en los malos pasos comencé a fumar, tomar, bien joven, andar en la calle, andar con mala gente y ¿cómo se llama? Y mi papá, ¿cómo se llama? Trabajaba mucho construcción, que él no tuvo tiempo de estar ahí mucho para corregirme. Siempre trabajaba mucho afuera de Houston, trabajaba en New York, se iba por unos 2-3 meses y regresaba. Y yo siempre, yo andaba en los malos pasos que mi mamá no podía controlarme. Y yo, como se llama, gracias a Dios, yo me metí en muchos problemas, fui a la cárcel juvenil, todo. Y andaba, es como les decía, andaba en malos pasos. Y ahora que de adulto, tengo una familia, tengo 4 hijos, una buena esposa. Y por ella y mis hijos yo he cambiado mucho. Fui a prisión antes de conocer a mi esposa. Yo fui a prisión 3 años, salí y quise regresar para atrás al deporte, pero se me hizo muy duro de primero. Y ya después mi esposa fue la que me motivó en cambiar. Yo he cambiado mucho. Desde que he estado con mis hijos, cuando nacieron mis hijos fue que cambié mucho. Y yo siempre he querido lo mejor para ellos. No quiero que ellos tengan lo que yo pasé en mi juventud, en la cárcel juvenil y en la prisión. Yo no quiero que ellos pasen lo mismo que yo pasé. Yo quiero que ellos tengan una vida mejor. Yo siempre les digo que estudien, que sigan en la escuela. Y esto del boxeo, solo tengo a mi niño más chiquito. Yo a todos los he metido en el boxeo, a todos mis 4 hijos, pero solo el único que se me ha comprometido es el más chiquito, que le ha seguido conmigo y de ahí, ¿cómo se llama? Gracias a Dios, ¿cómo se llama? Me dio esta oportunidad el June 12 y por un veo, y eso fue lo que
cambió todo.
Y mis hijos me vieron. Y cuando vieron que me levantaron la mano que gané, mis hijos lloraron conmigo. Yo me puse bien feliz. Yo tengo 38 años y yo nunca pensaba que esto lo iba a realizar. Yo nunca pensaba que iba a ganar un cinto, nada. Yo solo me metí para atrás al boxeo por querer, porque me gusta el deporte, siempre lo he querido. Pero yo solo dije, lo voy a hacer, pero soy profesional y enseñarle a mis hijos que no importa la edad, uno puede, si le echa ganas. Y eso lo comprobé y mis hijos miran eso y yo sé que ellos andan bien orgullosos por mí. Y todos sus amigos en la escuela andan, ellos hablan bien con mis hijos, le dicen, tu papá aquí, tu papá allá. Mis kids se sienten muy proud de mí.
¿Y cómo le podemos hacer para que la gente te busque en social media?
Yo estoy en Facebook, me llamo Julio Sánchez. Estoy en Facebook y Instagram como Julio Sánchez 527. Me pueden buscar y me pueden mandar un friend request, yo los acepto.
Y ahí te pueden seguir.
Sí, ahí me pueden seguir y cualquier pregunta que ustedes quieran me pueden preguntar, ahí pueden.
Y si la gente te quiere apoyar comprando boletos, porque a ti te dan un porcentaje de eso, ¿dónde te pueden buscar?
Me pueden buscar en el Instagram, en mi página, en mi bio, en mi perfil. Ahí lo pueden, ahí está el link donde pueden comprar los boletos y para venir a ver el show mañana a las 7.
Mañana me gustaría que vengan a apoyar más a El Salvador porque él es un gran representante. Él representa lo bonito, lo bueno y lo positivo que El Salvador es. No es lo que hemos escuchado en los medios sociales y todo eso. El Salvador también tiene cosas positivas y él es un orgullo de El Salvador y estoy bien orgulloso de todo lo que él ha hecho en todo su futuro. Gran trabajo, campeón.